Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tower Casuals, the Destiny podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Deargan. Alongside me, as always, is, you know him, the Dallas Maverick superfan, and only one Destiny nickname tonight. The answer, Josh Finney.
Oh my god. Guys, I'm going through it right now. The NBA draft is happening right now. My Mavericks are causing my blood pressure to dip and dive right now.
I really wish I was recording when we...
Guys, literally, I told Corey, I saw it came across my feed. I was waiting until they picked for us to start. And it comes up, Dallas Mavericks are trading pick number 10. Fuck. That is like the worst case scenario for me to see. They're trading it to Oklahoma City. Even worse, because that's like 3 hours away via I-35. They've got so many first round picks. And then they take the guy. They take one of the two guys left that I was okay with using a pick on, to make matters entirely worse. But we got off of the contract of the Latvian laser, Davis Bertans, in exchange to move back 2 slots. Done. 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 Pack your fucking bags, my man. You can go be an albatross on that team.
Oh, boy. Wow. Wow. Josh is really excited, everybody. You should have seen his roller coaster of emotions just now in the last, like,
I literally, minutes. I was crying for a different reason.
It's true. It's true.
I share exactly what is on when you log into Twitter and you're typing out something that's going on. It says what is happening ? ! That's me, but like with 50 more exclamation points and question marks behind it. This, I did not have to take John Collins on. This is the best night ever. I'm good. I'm good. Whew. Whew.
Josh is excited, everybody.
It's been a really good week. Okay. It's been a really good week.
It's been a pretty good week. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's been good. It's been busy. Although I've been nursing this extreme back pain, Josh.
Oof.
So my chair back there that I usually sit and play games in, I've been sleeping in, and like I have 2 like storage totes over here turned upside down and a blanket covering them, so I have like leg room.
Unreal.
Oh
god. I pinched a nerve last year right before we went on vacation. And it was the worst thing. I was sleeping with like ice packs on my back. Like, just we have several because of my horrible legs. But I slept on top of them to try and get my back to stop hurting before I had to go sit on a plane. Sitting on a plane with back pain is the worst. That's like the actual, maybe like most, not like worst pain I've ever been in, but like the most irritating, I think. It's like, you can't stretch, you can't scratch your back. It's awkward. There's people fucking looking at you because you're squirming every 5 seconds. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful. I feel like an old man. Nerd, you're old. I need advice on what to do with my bad back.
Me too, while you're at it. You're old, nerd. Although I think he's younger than I am, but that's fine. Anyways, Josh. Major things have happened this week.
Things have happened this week.
One episode after 150. Wouldn't that have been a massive bomb to drop on our 150th episode?
I guessed this was going to happen when I played the story last week and it was a big nothing burger. I was like, oh, it's going to happen.
You said it on episode 149 on the episode. You said that there's something big going to happen right after our 150th episode.
Yep. Just the way it was going. It's the second to last week of the season of the seasonal story. Seasonal story will wrap up presumably at reset on Tuesday. If not, it'll wrap up at the end of the season with an epilogue. I really wish we could have talked about this last week. Not that we didn't have a great episode 150. Shout out to our winner again, Nadiki, by the way, who not only won the graphic novel, but dominated our fashion contest we were having in the server. Man.
It's time to set down there, Nadiki. You're
done. You're done. I'm happy that this is finally in the game. This is the infamous cutscene that was data mined and posted within an hour of the season going live in May. I had miraculously avoided spoilers with the exception of one screen cap up until now. And I'm so happy that I avoided all of this, because to get to experience this in game, it is we're jumping straight in here. It's a nothing schwab this week. We're jumping right in here, and then we've got another big topic afterwards that the
Yeah.
community's talking about. This
It's
is it is not an exaggeration to say this is the most important cutscene probably in the history of Destiny.
Yeah, and they buried it in a middle of a season in the middle of a year.
Corey, you said you had some thoughts on this. I want you to share your
Yeah.
thoughts before we get into the greatness of this cutscene, and I also have some
Yes.
commentary on how it was delivered.
I want to make it clear: the cutscene and the content in this cutscene, incredible, amazing, right? It was a revelation. It's literally the question we've been asking for since alpha, essentially, right? Or even since, maybe some people have been asking since Halo ODST, what's that white ball in the sky? The way it was delivered, this I feel like this type of thing should have been Lightfall's finale. The main campaign's finale should have revolved around this cutscene and delivering it. Yep. I don't understand why this was in even if it was part of the first season, okay, I get it. But a second season that most people probably have to pay for, and a lot of people that maybe follow the story tangentially, but maybe just play the campaigns and move on to other games, right?
Yeah,
this is a massive story beat that you will need to understand when the final shape rolls around. Why are you burying it in a season? That's my issue. And I don't know if anybody else has this revelation. I've tried to stay off of, Bungie Twitter, and I haven't even watched Bife's videos this week because I've been trying to save save my thoughts to be fresh. But why are you burying this information in a seasonal storyline?
Yeah, so I want to kind of speak to that. Bife had a really good analogy, and I haven't watched this stuff either, but he had a really good analogy on Twitter. This is the equivalent of giving us the car frame and the engine and stuff in Lightfall. You've almost everything, and then keeping the wheels back. I agree. I think that this is a problem. This highlights for me. I actually think that I kind of agree with Bife. I think this elevates the season. I think this makes this season automatically a very good season, just automatically based off of this alone. The activities have been good. I think the loot is pretty decent. It gave us the best dungeon that we've ever gotten in the franchise. My biggest problem here is with Seasons itself. I think that this cutscene, more than anything, shows that Seasons as they exist in Destiny cannot functionally continue.
Yeah. This feels like almost like even if I think after seeing this, and obviously hindsight's 2020, or obviously you can make these talk about these things after they happen, but this really feels like Lightfall maybe should have reverted back to the old expansion ways. Lightfall and Final Shape should have reverted back to the old expansion ways, right? Of here, I'm going to give you $30. Here's a campaign. Here's a small campaign and some activities to do. And maybe they just continually update the activities that you do and stuff like they used to do, because this was way too important to be, I don't know, man. I was shocked when I watched it. I thought I thought it was somebody messed up something at first. I don't know, man.
Yeah, so I don't have a problem with the big moments happening in Seasons. We've had so many times now, right?
Yeah, but stuff this is a big moment. So
that's gonna lead to kind of my point. Seasons worked fine when we had things like Dawn and Arrivals going on, but this highlights the problem that we've had for a very long time of key story beats like Dawn cannot be replayed, and those had story missions in them. Saving Saint 14 is a major pivotal point in the game. That is where we start to defy Elsie's dark timeline. Yeah. Arrivals was a huge moment, and I get the feeling of you had to be there, And I still think I think that works well as a seasonal event, because I think you look at overall what happens in the season and you're like, outside the pyramid ships and like the Exodus quest line, you're like, okay, like fighting Nokris, okay, that like there's not a lot to deal with there. Let's be honest, like there's not a whole lot of deep stuff there. It was automatically made less interesting when you realize that Savathun was going to get a ghost 6 months later.
Yeah.
I would say that the biggest thing that I've realized with seasons is you look at things like us fighting Keitel and then ultimately forming the alliance after Zavala's assassination attempt. You look at the events of Splicer. In the past, those 2 seasons would have been their own like House of Wolves level expansions, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I genuinely think, and I mean, we've spitballed this for a while with Final Shape, and I mean that was a couple years ago, right? You look at last year with Haunted. Haunted would have easily been its own, oh, you got a new destination with the Leviathan coming back. Just flesh it out a little bit more. You got that activity. You've got all these story missions and stuff. Cool. Seraph could have been its own. We could have just cut out Plunder.
Yeah.
And you would have been fine. Just tie in the Risen stuff to the campaign. You could have tied that in as like a post-campaign quest line even.
Yeah.
You look at this year, and I think if you would have combined like Defiance and this, you could have actually had a really cool storyline. I think bridging the two, with Amanda's death kind of being the bridge point. Regardless, this cutscene needed to be in Lightfall, and the pitch that I made was, I think that Lightfall's post-credits mission, so to speak, the exotic LMG quest that we go on in the Black Garden, I think that actually should have been shifted here. That should have been a DLC thing.
Yep.
You could have still given us the weapon, but I think that quest could have been here, or it could have even still been in the game. Lightfall was so bare bones in terms of story that you could have still had both of these in there, and it would have made sense.
Yeah.
Along
100%.
with the information that we're getting in these Veil quest lines weekly, right? The information that we're getting from there, like, that should have been in there. That should have been a thing. I actually think that would have been really cool if we would have gotten this cutscene at some point. Maybe it would have even been the ending cutscene. I don't know. To like really play up like this is a part 1 of 2 thing, and then you get like you have the veil mission that you have now. Put that in the main game and have that be bam, bam, bam for like five or 6 weeks straight. You're getting more information about the veil every week. Like, we know that and the Traveler are 2 halves of a whole now. So let's explore that relationship a bit. I think that would have added a lot more meat and context to the story that we got, because with this cutscene, Lightfall automatically goes up a few places. Automatically. With this information, Lightfall's story gets bumped up. I'm not saying it's like Witch Queen level, but it's getting up there. It's like the next tier down from like Witch Queen and Taken King. It's the next tier down.
Yeah, I almost feel like if they didn't introduce Strand and Neomuna, like the Lightfall campaign could have been a seasonal story almost. Like that storyline could have just been like a seasonal thing. Although I guess they revealed the veil and everything, but still, like, I don't know, man. I feel like this was so much more important than, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, this cutscene needed to happen after we found out what the veil was and where it was, but like, I guess that means that Lightfall's campaign needed to be longer.
I mean, it did. Like, this pretty clearly would have been in. This pretty clearly would have been in it. Mm-hmm. And that's my biggest issue. I think this would have been pretty clearly the halfway point if Lightfall and Final Shape would have just been one straight campaign like it was supposed to be originally.
Yeah.
That being said, I think that this season in particular, like I said, when I started out on all this, the seasonal model is so flawed. Not just in terms of like activities and whatnot. I think that this is an issue because not only do seasons go away, but they don't allow us to flesh out as much. Like, we're going to get this awesome cutscene and we're going to wait until August for more context.
Right.
That's not very cool with me. Like, I think this would have been a really good ending to the campaign, or to like a first of 2 mini expansions.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not opposed to important story beats either, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's yeah. 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 You didn't like the fingers? Like a serial killer? Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's kind of it's, yeah, I mean, my last thought is like just to reiterate what you said, it's they need some sort of solution to catch people up, even if it's like you know how sometimes in games like they have a last time on blah blah blah. I know Telltale did that. I know Gears of War did it. I know a lot of games that have sequels do it. Like they catch you up on the story, so you don't have to replay the whole game. Like at the very least, have cutscenes like that somewhere. But like you said, like this is just it's it's upsetting because the content is so good, and I want to talk about the positives too because this cutscene was incredible. It was it was like this shocking revelation, right? So yeah, yeah. I think it's in the art book actually. I think yeah, because we thought the veil was the race, right? Remember that? Yeah. Hmm. Did they end up apologizing? Oh, yeah. 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 But if they use the contractor, right? Like, I mean, yeah, that's good. That's good at least. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. 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 Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. E. Mhm. Yeah. Shocker. Yeah. I've kind of been feeling that too. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. 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 I kind of was when you started talking about the 9, that's kind of where my head was going to. I mean, that kind of yeah. What if he's in the final cutscene and he pulls down his hood and he's like that race because they have the glowing eyes. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. To take on the witness. Is that where we're getting at there? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Man, that'd be some pretty major wraparound for the story, I guess. That's man. I don't know, Josh. That seems yeah. And who's she talking to? I still think we're gonna find out. Yeah. 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 I wonder if it yeah, I wonder if it's us in either a different timeline or whatever, kind of guiding her maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Man, that'd be do you think do you think we'll see time travel a little bit in the final shape? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is Man, this whole cutscene, man. Yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah. Yep. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I do too. I think I yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Yep. Man, this is it's getting intense, Josh. It's ramping up. It's ramping up. Uh I'm really excited. I just man, 2 months, man. That's a long wait. You think so how long do you think the final shape gets delayed? Yeah. Yeah. You think they would do like a you think they would do like a 10th anniversary of Destiny season type thing? Yeah. 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 That'd be yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Right. No. Hmm. Yeah. I really think. Yeah. I mean, I really think they're gonna skip a year after the final shape, because I think they're gonna want Marathon to breathe a little bit, maybe. Um, yeah, but I kind of feel like Marathon might be set up more like a Fortnite style seasonal model than the Destiny one. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think there's go- do you think the do you think the average player is going to play both? Do you think I mean, do you think this appeals to the same person? Yeah. 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 Hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. 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 Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think, especially for someone like Glad or Grenade or Jake, right? Like, I think it would be different if they were going off to go play like, I don't know, farming simulator and not a similar type of game that their audience would be into, right? Like, I think Diablo's the perfect game to do that with. I think there's a bunch of different games that they could go do, but I think as long as they kind of like realize what their audience maybe is into, and not everybody's going to go play Diablo, right? But like I really feel like I really feel like they aren't really going to lose that much by leaving for a couple weeks or 6 weeks or whatever, you know? So, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. 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 I mean, at least. Yeah. Yeah. It's 100, I think. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the deluxe. Hey, whoa, you usually get a weapon like 3 weeks early. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was oh man, No Time to Explain's awesome. I want a replica of No Time to Explain. Ah. Hmm. Yep. Yeah, it was what? It went from what? They raised the price by $2. So what, 10 to 12, I think? It's for both. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. That's not true. Have you seen some of the Titan armor they're selling? Gross. Yeah. 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 Oh my gosh, the event card, that was where, like, I got really upset. I'm like, yeah. Mhm. Yep. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. 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 Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yep. Yeah. That Yeah. That would, the 20 man, the $20 set, man. Like I got it for like the Assassin's Creed set. Okay, you're working with another company, whatever. But like, man, you're owned by Sony, man. Like that's the company that owns you. Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah. I just man, I don't know. It's really hard to tell people not to buy things in Eververse, right? Because I know there's a lot of cool things, and I know people buy things, right? But like, it's the put your money where your mouth is. If you're upset about the Eververse stuff, like, don't buy anything type thing, and that'll be, I mean, and that'll solve one issue, but will that cause other issues? Like, will seasons go up to $15 instead of 12 if people aren't buying as much in Eververse, right? Like, I mean, I don't know, man. It's tough. This is a tough situation that we're in, and yeah, and like like the $100 version or the hundred, it's still $100, right? The ultimate version for the year, like for a year's worth of content, right? That's not terrible, but I know we already went over like everything, what everything costs. It's like, man, that's like, I feel bad for the people who love this game and can't afford to do that at the start, right? Because they're of specific financial situations. It sucks, man. It really sucks. Hmm. Are you sure it didn't happen with Beyond Light? I thought Beyond Light was the first time it didn't happen. Okay. Right. You're right. You're right. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they sell that big bundle with everything in it. That doesn't include seasons, but it includes the yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's rough. And that goes all the way back to your point of like it's so hard to get people into the game. The cost even if people are interested in like what's going on or the story or whatever, even if they took a year off or 2 years, like the cost is going to keep people away, let alone the like, you know what I mean? Like, man, it's so I don't know, man. Unless you're already invested, I feel bad for people trying to jump in now. And it's just going to get worse until they put out a new Destiny 3. Like that has to be if nothing else, if you want to get new people in, Destiny 3 has to exist. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Let me ask you this, Josh. Let me ask you this real quick, before you finish your thought. So instead of charging for seasons, would you prefer? I mean, we talked about this maybe a year and a half ago at this point, but would you prefer a subscription model at this point? No, I'm not. I'm not talking Destiny 2. I'm talking whatever's next. No. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. That's so insane, man. That's so yeah. I mean, the longer it goes, it gets even more it gets even worse. Yeah. I mean, if you're not gonna do anything with it, just take it out of the game. I mean, there's not a lot of vocal people out there that like it anyway, you know? I mean I think whatever I mean, I know it's like the lore reason is Drifter's training us, but, like, after the witness is gone or whatever happens, you gotta yeah, you gotta eliminate it, man. You just have to. You have to. So, I don't know. I thought the idea of Gambit was cool, like, at the very beginning, and then it just, like, was not. It was not. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, questions. Lore corner. Ooh. Well, yeah, and they moved the podcast feed actually out of the podcast question thread too, which was nice. Right. Yeah. Suze. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe Savathun lives and she rules there. Mhm. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna make it to the final shape. I yeah, I wonder I mean, I wonder if she, like not to get super morbid, but I wonder if she, like, kills herself to, like, or, like, before she gets taken, totally corrupted because she doesn't want them to, you know I don't know. That seems very, dark, though, even for Destiny. Yeah, 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 mhm, Yeah. Oh, that video was cool though, man. It was a I know, it's so good. I know. Yeah. Yeah, I do too. Yeah. 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 Oh man, I really like the Rasputin setup room. I really liked when Mara was set up down there too though. I guess you would call it what, the constellation room, I guess you could call it. When Mara was set up down there. Um I also really liked the having having the Crown of Sorrow just chilling in the room in that one room. That was interesting. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, that was right. 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 Which is still I can't believe they put the Crown of Sorrow in there. Yep. Oh boy. Ye hot, am I right? Yeah. Destiny. Yeah. I mean, it would be fun. That'd be fun. Friends, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. This Yeah, I mean, even in Destiny 1, like the lore, right? The Grimoire cards, you could spend hours reading the Grimoire cards and everybody's like, "Why are we playing this?" Right? Remember all that? and it was just stuck in the in the grimoire cards. Oh, yeah. But I mean, I feel like, the game is still fun to play even if you're not paying attention to all that, right? Like, the guns all feel amazing, the shooting feels amazing, the movement feels good. You know, I mean, even going into like a patrol zone and just shooting enemies to do some bounties is still fun, right? So I mean, mhm, yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely feels like you said, the evolution of Halo at this point. Combat evolved, they might say. Oh, come on, that was good. That was good. Come on. You know who would appreciate that joke? Ronnie. Oh god, Infinite Forest, man. Yeah. Man, man, the highest I ever felt exploring the Infinite Forest. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, went through, um when we went through the Taken King, the raid, and we like, I mean, and this is kind of like an over the course of like that year, right? Where we were literally running the Taken King 3 times a night with 3 different characters, and even doing it on the harder difficulty to get the armor and everything, right? And uh when you had a team that just everybody knew what their job was every time, and you just knew it and the ins and outs. uh so I mean, that was like the highest point in terms of like Destiny 1. Destiny 2, I think the highest would be like, uh I think when Season of Arrivals came around, and like we were starting to talk about this and talking Destiny again and being like super serious about it, cuz like Forsaken was good, and obviously Shadowkeep was like the low point of expansion, right? I think in terms of activities and actually playing the game. The lore was good, but I mean, uh the I think the most disappointed I was overall in Destiny 2 was when the Osiris DLC came out, because we were finally about to Osiris is about to be revealed, and like they showed the cutscene of him walking through the vault of glass and getting sucked through the portal, right? Or throwing Segura through the portal. But like we saw him really for the first time in game with the headdress and the mask, and you saw a fire team running through the vault, and it was so cool. And then you just he it, that ex, that whole expansion was so kind of disappointing. The promise of the Infinite Forest and it kind of changing over time, and uh just was not, man, when I played that, I was like, man, this is, I don't I don't understand why trying to do anything in this in this expansion after I beat the campaign. Mercury was disappointing. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Yeah. 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 That I mean, when you walk into the room, when you see the sisters for the first time, right, and you beat them, and then you walk down the path with, like, the pillars on each side of the pathway, and you just see him climb up the side of the ship. Dude, how big he is, and, like, man, also, like, the fact that entire expansion and raid was running on an Xbox 360 and a PlayStation 3. Oh my god. Yeah, we could talk about. Mhm. Yeah. 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 I use a Mac, so yeah. If I so I've been yeah. I mean, I've been contemplating getting a rogue ally, uh, and that would be the first Windows machine I've owned in about 6 or 7 years. But here's the thing, I actually had 2 Windows-based PCs built for me, uh, in the last decade, and they both died within a year. And both of these people who built it for me, and Josh, I think you know these some of these people, but I'm not going to name them on air cuz and yeah, and it died. And they quote unquote build PCs for people all the time. So and that like really turned me off of. And I know it's not like a I know that's a PC building problem and not a Windows problem, but every Mac I've ever owned, I've never had an issue, right? So that's kind of why I lean that way. Plus, like I can boot my Mac into Boot Camp, Windows through Boot Camp, so I still kind of get the Windows experience if I need it anyway. It doesn't really. I mean, it runs, but it's not perfect, but it's doable. Oops. Oh no. I can't get excited because the Cavs don't have any picks worth discussing. For you or for me? Because that's not exciting for me. I like Barrett Allen. I mean, we do need a 3, and we can move Mobley to 5 and find some sort of power forward. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be good. This is the best Josh has talked about the Mavericks in like 3 years, feels like. Must be nice. Yeah, Iowa would be the place that I would pick. What about Venus? We talk about hearing you don't I mean, we talk about LC, that scene in Destiny 1 vanilla. Well, they've already got some of it with the vaulted glass. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yep. Great. Yep. Mhm. Yeah. Do it. Do it. Oh. Mm. Well, while you look that up, Josh, did you know that so we've been Josh and I have been talking about this Xbox FTC hearing, and all of the Microsoft executives are there, right? And Jim Ryan is supposed to video conference in tomorrow. Did you know it's a pre-recorded video for a trial? Are you kidding? Is that even that? Oh my gosh, dude! What a joke. I'm sorry. I'm not. Look, man. I know over the last couple months or so, I've been called an Xbot, and I hate Sony, which is not true. But man, Jim Ryan is just like, come on, man. Come on. You can't even be bothered to have a live feed in there. Like, okay, I get it. You live in Europe, maybe can't fly over here, which you could, but I'll let that slide. But you're gonna do a pre-recorded video instead of just talk to people? Hmm. Yeah. 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 Hmm. Not, yeah. 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 But they've already kind of said that. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Especially with yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, and you can point to specific Bethesda games, especially during the PS3 360 era. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Anyways, I thought that was weird that he's not even gonna take. I feel like he's just not even taking this seriously anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Also, don't you need that Windows key to stream games? Did you hear about that? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-mm. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're going to give Outer World. I think anything you see from here on out is going to be, I mean, the only thing you're going to see come out of Xbox on PlayStation will be Minecraft stuff, and I was going to say, and like uh um Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76. I mean, Deathloop 2, no, right? I mean, Xbox Corner tonight. Hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. I kind of, I almost feel like Activision Blizzard stuff would be treated even different, more different than Bethesda at this point, right? Like, yeah. Or if you took someone like Toys for Bob to do like Banjo Kazooie or something. Hmm. Yeah. 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 Right. Hmm. Yeah. Eh, I know. There was a lot in that direct for me. I know it wasn't like a quote unquote banger, but man, dude, dude, new 2D Mario, hell yeah. Hmm. Pikmin 1 and 2 for me. Uh, Pikmin 1 and 2 for me, man. I'm like, man, you just ruined any chance of me buying Pikmin 4 at launch because you gave me Pikmin 1. No, here's the thing though. This is for a bundle. Hmm, I don't know. I don't think $50 for both games is terrible. Mm. Well, I mean I guess that's Nintendo for you. But yeah, but I mean, I think GameCube is that sweet spot where you can upres those games and sell them for, 40 or $50 a piece and still. I mean, that's what they're gonna do. I know, and that's why they're doing it. So I think, but hmm, 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 yeah, yeah. Have Man, GameCube, what a great console. Nobody bought. No, no, you didn't. You didn't buy it. That's the same. That's a. All right, you want to hear some real hate, Josh? This is what I say about Earthbound every time somebody brings it up. Oh, I love Earthbound. Okay, you know what? How's come there were 75,000 copies in the Toys R Us $10 bin when I was like 8? And what is this game? This game looks dumb. Nobody bought it. Nobody bought Earthbound. You don't love Earthbound. You only like it because you want to be hip like everyone else. Shut up. Also, very overrated. I mean, we got a Kid Icarus game more recent than Earthbound on the 3DS. We got that 3DS version that really destroyed your hands if you tried to play it without the stand. Ugh. Okay, I want to thank everybody for watching and or listening listening to this episode of Tower Casuals. You can follow us on social media at Tower Casuals. You can join the Discord. Join the Discord. Josh, thank you for your time tonight as always. Beefy show tonight. Very excited about this cutscene. So yeah. Where can we find you, Josh? You already are, judging by my Twitter feed. So yeah. Well, you can find me at I am Corey HG on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, like the podcast, leave a rating or review wherever you listen. I should probably start saying that more. So do that. Tell a friend. I want to thank everybody for watching and or listening. And until next time, we love you. Goodbye.